Good morning, no one probably, just good morning at any time that you pick this up. It might be good afternoon, it might be good evening. Stranger things have happened. You might be on a run of catch-ups, but for now it's definitely morning. It's 6:45. Chris, fancy seeing you here. Nice bacon sandwich, by the way, Chris, thank you. Folks, it's 6:45. It's Friday the 16th, I think, of December. I'm going to get right on with this movement snack. I'm anticipating that you're on this on catch up. Maybe some of you saw my pre-message, Maddie, think you did. So appreciative of the fact it might be a bit early. So I'm going to get going with the ATM get go. With a twist this morning. A slight change to the format of the ATM movement snack. First time in history, I think. Chris, just you and I. Chris is thinking, what on earth could this change to the ATM be? All will be revealed. To be clear, it's not a huge change. Just a bit of a switch up, a bit of a change in sequence format. You're still going to get the same get-go moves that are in your day, throughout the day, every day. Come on, let's get going. Let me give you another brief rundown of the environment situation. I'm leaving the twinkles today. Final view of Miss Perry's Christmas tree. Who's that? It is you, morning, Maddie. My supports are going to be the door frames if I should need. I've got a chair. I'm in socks on the rug. You might not be. I'm not saying take your shoes off. I'm saying wear the right things on your feet for you. Generally we go for socks in the morning so we can get extra toe moves going on. Let's get going with the Cirque Boost in stand. Decide if you want the supports to the side of you or to the front of you, but I won't stay there because then I've got my back to you. Weight even across both feet. Just take the time to unravel and unroll a little bit more and get going on your steady Cirque Boost. You might want some handheld support. This is really just a fingertip touch if you need it, either to the side or to the front of you or to the door frame of you. Start steady, so it's a gradual rise in intensity that we're after, just to light, so we don't want to be breathless or out of breath, and then build in the other moving parts as are right for you. So you might be on a steady arm and leg march with all the uplift through your centre. You might decide to keep it separate if you're using external supports, to have legs and then pause and then go arms. Try a bit of both. You might find that you get bigger ranges of motion if the legs are still, less of a coordination challenge. Take your time to bring the feet back to hip width before you get going again on that standing Cirque Boost. ER, your seated prompts if you want them. From the back of the chair into active sit, the hip walk forward. You might want to just add in a few extras of those just to focus on the lift and a shift and a lift and a shift. And this itself, this movement would lend itself actually to Cirque Boost activity also. So your seated prompts, away from slump into active sit, and then build one arm at a time. Bring them all in together. I say all, there is only two. And keep the hands relaxed, keep the elbows tucked in, and it's your pace that you're after. So don't be sucked into my range of motion or pace. It might be here for you, it might be here. And maybe just try to find your way through the gears on that. So finding your different ranges of motion with that activity there. And if your feet are involved in the day, get them going. Here we go. Extra ankles, feet and toes. You'll get more ankle range of motion if you bring the feet back a bit. That of course requires a bit of extra knee flex. Go for the low lift if comfortable. Okay, that's your Cirque Boost. I'm going to take a slightly different format to our morning get-go this morning. And I'm actually going to go around the usual sequence of top trio, trunk trio, ankle, feet and toe trio. I'm going to go through it 3 times, but we're just going to do 1 or 2 of each time. For example, we're going to take, in sit or stand position, take a raise and a lower, and then into a shoulder roll, and then take a pause, fingertip to your chin for your slow left to right, pausing in the middle each time, and then into double chin, win-win. So that's 1 set, the top trio. Have a bit of a switch off and a reset, and then we're going to go straight into small side bend. So first time round, all these ranges of motion are small as you can, controlled as you can. So there's the trunk turn, back to the centre, trunk turn, back to the centre, and a back extension, back to the centre. Have a bit of a switch off. And then playing around with ankles, feet and toes. So on this first round, take a few toe hinges, maybe then take an ankle move on each leg, and then take some toe scrunches. And if you're in stand, all of that. Let's crowbar in the Cirque Boost now. So here's your extra Cirque Boost as we did. And so as you can feel and see there, I just ran through the top to toe moves, still at the same steady pace. First time round, go for smaller ranges of motion. Let's go round second time now. You've got everything in the mix fairly early on, and now we're going to build on range of motion. So pick up your position. I'm going to stay in stand for this one, obviously remain in sit. Let's go again. So slightly bigger on the raise and the lower. There's the shoulder roll round about, and then I'm going to come a little bit closer here. The same deliberate, specific head turn, pause back to centre each time, into your double chin win-win, and then straight into trunk. So just 1 or 2 of those, so we're building the range of motion throughout a whole sequence rather than staying in the same place. So here we go for the side bends. It's your second time round, so creep down a little bit further, extra lift and extend, and a little bit of extra tension through the tummy muscles there on the bend. A little bit of a pause in between each one before you set up then for the turn and return. Have a pause again. The pause is really significant. It really just enables a reset and a re-establish. Third move of the trunk is the back extension. There. And then we're going to go straight into ankles, feet and toes. Pick up, sit or stand, you choose. So some toe hinges. There's the ankle move, heel toe. Take up external support for this one. Same on the other side, but you might want to change your legs, or you might be happy in this position. There's the heel, heel toe. And then maybe just put in a few deliberate strides there to bring all of those moves together. And now here's our third round of Cirque Boost right now. So as we did, so we get the same activities and moves. I've just packaged up the sequence a little bit differently. So we're doing a full top to toe 3 times round, and each time we go around building on range of motion in this way. So here's our third round of the top to toe. Sit or stand, you choose. Select your position. Here we go again. So we're aiming now for your biggest possible, comfortablest range of motion for the day. So there's the raise and the press down into the shoulder roll backward, big squeeze through the shoulder blades, and then pause. Then you've got your slow head turn, aiming to keep the chin level with the floor. There it is without the fingertip prompt, and there is the double chin win-win. Have a little bit of a pause and a reset up. This is your third round of trunk trio now. Establish a wide base if you're in stand, bit of a knee bend, and now you're aiming for your most comfortablest, biggest move. A little drawing of the tummy muscles here, so add some extra tension and extend. Feel the gap here between your rib and and your hips. That's where we get the length from. Lift and then bend and return. A little switch off maybe, because you can't stay that active all the time. Extend again and then into your trunk turn. This is the one where your headlight stays forward on your hips, but the headlight on your breastbone turns the corner. So that visual might help for you. And then the last one is the back extension. Let me just give you a side profile on that. Nothing happens through the hips, feet stay anchored. There is the back extension. And then we're into ankles, feet and toes for our third and final round. Maybe randomise it, maybe put in some squeezy, kind of, you almost push the heel up now. The calves, the ankles, the feet and the toes have already had a couple of rounds. So range of motion should be feeling more free now. There's your heel toe activity, bit on one leg, bit on one leg, bit on the other. Remember, remove the balance challenge for those and then bring in some extra strides with extra hips. And a final flurry. I'm going to go around a fourth time in a seated option this time. All that again. Do you get the picture? So slight change of format. Top to toe, 3 times round, rather than 3 times round in each body segment. So here we go. Last time, there's your raise and your lower. Into your biggest possible backward shoulder roll. Re-establish and set up posture position now for your head turn and return. Pausing in the middle each time into double chin win-win. Just a little switch off, a little grow again. Side bend, 1 in each direction. Feeling your way around your biggest possible comfortable range of motion. Into a turn. Arms not in the equation here, so it's just the trunk that's moving. Into back extension and pause. Bit of a switch off, maybe an extra bit of a fidget, maybe a little bit of arm march for your final round of ankles, feet and toes. Seated option might be this one, extra point and flex with extra toe scrunch on the go. Keep the foot low to the floor. Hip walk forward. And then all the other variations, you could go for toe raises with the feet slightly forward. Bring the feet back and then go for heels. Then practice your foot placement. So in this way, taking a top to toe approach rather than individual segments, you get a couple of runs around the same thing, and each time we go around we build range of motion. So that, folks, is still your morning get-go with all the same moves in a slightly different format. How does that feel for you? I'm going to finish with some X-hugs and maybe just some over the tops, head stays still, as much extras if you want, as you can crowbar in. And thanks Chris and Maddie for joining me for this Thank Frosty It's Friday movement snack. I am heading east now and I'll see you for the noonday probably at Havant HQ before I head on further down the line to West Sussex. So it's Fair Out from Wales for me and Miss P and all our twinkles. Thank you, Chris. And I'll see you in 4 hours at noon. And let me know how you found the different sequence, Ketra Operas and Chris and Maddie. See you at noon. Bye for now.